Hey guys, this is BlueSet, and welcome to the next part of, or I should say, the current installation for this week's Star Trek Online Let's Plays with Zanel for the Romulan Republic. I am actually been doing some window shopping to see about getting myself a new bridge officer, specifically one with superior Romulan operative. That's going to be a major chunk of change because that's actually 6.5 million credits as of right now in the game. So what's the difference between basic, regular, and superior? Well, superior gives more critical chance and severity, and basically is overall better. So that's what I was looking for. Now I found it. I'm thinking to myself, great. But good news is that this works. Bad news, I don't have the credits for it, so it's gonna be a while before I get there. I've also implemented a new build that my buddy, Blind Savior, from the Phoenix Knights fleet, has given me. It's a very effective build, and thus far I've only gone through with a few changes to my skills. And I know that at this low level, she's not really going to be getting there. But I have changed my mind about putting her in the Hanan Guardian ship. Instead, I'm going to put her in the Veteran 1000-Day Reward ship. And here's why. I don't have $100 to buy this. Literally, I do not have $100. And the time it will take me to get $100 worth of Zen will be roughly about a couple years worth of grinding and doing so. And that will be rather boring. But instead, I'm going to do with what I have available, and that is going to be the 1000-Day Reward vessel. Oh, and I am changing out a few bridge officer powers to accommodate for what I want to do, because since she's going to be flying in an escort in all equivalents, she's going to be needing to have her bridge officers set out and decked out and spec'd out, whatever, to exactly do just that, to survive. Now, so far, yeah, I can easily get certain things going. In fact, looking at the stations, this is more of a science escort that I'm in, but it's not really going to matter too much. But it will make a difference. Right, so what am I need to be doing? Yes. The ship I'm going to be using is not going to have any more torpedoes. That's going to be the major change for this. There won't be torpedoes. What there will be is going to be a bit of a change to everything. I'm just trying to get my train of thought here while I'm trying to look for what I need to do. Okay, yeah, you already have that. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's a bit of a winding road to almost absurdity as to what I'm doing. But, in the end, okay. Whatever. Anyways, what will happen is that I am going to get these people to... Oh, no, don't you be doing this now. Okay. Anyways, what I'm currently working on right now is getting my tactical people set up, spec'd out, and ready to go. There we go. Bit of a system lag there. And get everything working. Unfortunately, this means that I will not be able to use Torpedo Spread 3. Although it is pretty fun to use that, it's not important. So, yeah, it's not important. You heard that right. A dark, bleak day indeed. But, good news is that I'm able to actually spec out properly for my people. And yes, I'll be able to use a beam overload because this particular build I'll be using will allow a dual beam bank. And of course, I'll be running a mostly dual heavy build with a cannon at the back. This will allow me to be able to utilize practically everything there. So there is the plus side to that. But enough about my builds, because quite frankly we can go all day for that. Let's continue with today's episode. Today's mission is Memory Lane. Jarva. Well, we're getting information for Jarva. I know you weren't involved personally, but Datan was using your colony, among others, as part of his terrorist network. I have seen Taushar documents saying that Veronat was a prime site for weapons development. If so, that is probably why it was attacked. You're still grieving over the loss of your home, the deaths of your friends. I know what that's like. Yeah, what that's like. Now you need to go back there and find the proof. So if you'll know the you need to go back there and find the proof so you'll know the true nature of the man you were working for. We are heading to the Veronat system and Taudewa. We get a unique item, Battered Centurion Helmet. Shield Rays, which is nice. It's better than what I have. Oh, it's Personal Repulsion. Oh, that's nice. And a Shield Emitter Amplifier. I already have one, but I can sell one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And I'll see you guys when I head to the Veronat system. Okay, we are here. Right, Veronat system. Veronat was once a breadbasket world for the Roman Star Empire, using its temperate climate and rich soil to feed millions. Its power and influence waned with the rise of the replicator technology, and by the late 24th century it was a rural outpost with a handful of small cities and numerous farming settlements. After the destruction of Romulus, survivors flocked to Veronat and other colony worlds seeking a new home. But while Veronat had ample growing space, it didn't have the infrastructure to support a large population. Most of the refugees soon left to seek other homes on colony worlds such as Rator 3. The survivors who remain on Veronat live a quiet, rural existence with little contact with the outside worlds. Actually, that sounds very peaceful. Something that Montgomery Scott would have loved to have been in. Oh well. Let's go ahead and drop out of warp.
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting. All this debris has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died.
Oh, okay. Some of his audio got cut out. I've marked the most complete wrecks with nav beacons. They're mostly transporters and freighters, which will be our best bet to find any weapons caches being stored or moved in the system. If this story Sharva is telling isn't a complete Taushar fabrication, that is, let's prove her wrong. Hopefully there are no ghosts around. I need to change the volume on this because, yeah, much better. Much better. I was wondering why the volume was a bit low. Alright, so we are to go. Alright, first of which we need to find the closest ones, which will be right over here, and defeat them. I'm definitely going to fast forward from here on out to fight them and be able to take care of all this. So I'll see you when we get there. Okay, we're at I believe the last one, and we got a nice one. A disruptor cannon, a blue quality disruptor cannon Mark III, accuracy and damage. Doesn't do as much damage as the dual cannons I have, but that's a nice one. Anyways, let's scan this derelict freighter. The SS Veraz, I think. It was a good ship, and those Nausicaan scums have picked it clean. I can't tell much about what was in the cargo holds, but I'm not detecting any residual signatures of weapons payload.
We didn't find anything unusual on these ships, and I knew we wouldn't. I want to believe her, but she's not the person I knew. She's Tal Shiar. Still, I am picking up some strange energy readings from the surface of the planet. Perhaps we should continue our search there.
That's odd. Yes, let's go ahead and beam down there. Yes. Charver says that the Tal Shiar has documented implicating your colony in several terrorist plots throughout this sector. We need to search this site for any and all evidence that might support her claim. While I don't like the idea that people on Veronat were helping terrorists, and I don't even know if we should believe her, we need to get to the bottom of this. Well, that's a good point. Well, let's go ahead and find out. Another group, it's Klingons. Oh, what's a Klingon doing here? You're one of them, aren't you? We've been looking all over this place for evidence of your terrorist plots, and here you are, showing up to dispose the evidence we're here to find. I'm placing you under arrest. Resist, and I'll have to use force. I hope you resist. I will not be taken into custody. You can stop now. I wouldn't be surprised if there were other search teams in the area. We should stay alert. Alright, so we are to find out the farm water wheel, Devex's lab, the shooting range windmill, the cafe's work assignment logs, and Mari's house documents. Tell you what, as I work on this, I need to look up a few things if there are any accolades to obtain here, and I'll be right back. Okay, there is actually no accolades to get, but there are some hidden items we can actually obtain in this area. But the first one we need to head to is, I think, the Vex lab. Good lord, look at all the carnage here. And we are heading over here to find out more. It's pretty... Whoa, is that a Killid? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it looks like they're starting to have a bit of a frenzy here. Starting to expand out. Okay, so let's see here. We gotta repair the consoles. Biological sensors. This biological scanner was being used by DevEx to scan for impurities and biological contaminants in the water supply. According to the records he left behind, he was close to filtering out 98.997% of the contaminants in the colony's water supply. Now, if the Tau Shiar had attacked us through our water supply, this would have come in handy. Too bad they're not microbes. Oh, let's see here. What's this console? Well, it's a metallurgic analyzer. There's metallurgic analyzer was being used by DevEx to create alloys used in the construction of large water storage tanks. Veronad needed the water storage because the colony's leaders were worried about a drought crippling the farms and causing a food shortage. Well, this was smart. Too bad they didn't take any precautions against a Tau Shiar attack. Someone's... Hello? Uh-oh. Well, then, let's go beat their face. Okay, I kinda like that. You could just push and hold. Apparently the Klingons had information saying the Dawn was using this, or the Vex was using this as a biological weapons setup. Okay, this was a laser spectrum log. Okay. This laser spectrum spectrometer was being used by DevEx to check the compositions of the aquifers in the area. This area was great for growing crops, but its water table had been depleted over time, and there had been several dry seasons over the past decade. With the amount of water being used by the city, it looks like he wanted to make sure this colony wasn't depleting the supply faster than it could be replenished from the local sources. Looks like we were well equipped to survive for the long haul, with the exception of attack from our own people. Okay, I get it. Yes, we're miffed. Actually, the next spot we can actually look for... Oh, items. The next spot we can look at is over at that watermill. Oh yeah, a lot of this damage. Wow. Freaking hole in the ground. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of these Killids because they're just all over the place. I think that's about it. Oh, and there's Klingons over there. We're gonna have to take care of them. And they're calling us terrorists. All we're doing is investigating a rumor. I searched the members of a hostile team. According to the notes in the tricorders, they thought this farm might have been covered for a nitrogen-based explosive. Well, yeah, if you actually wanted to blow up the colony, yeah, you could. But there's no need to do so. Water wheel. Let's see here. The water wheel was being used to pump water to the colony for drinking water and to the farm for irrigation. This one was heavily modified to exceed its default output capacity in order to keep up with Veronat's heavy demands for clean water. An over-engineered water pump doesn't pose any threat. Let's keep looking. Strange how all this has happened. Well, let's go take a look around. There could be other things around that one could actually miss. Oh. Oh, the Keelids, yeah, they made a huge... they expanded out, that's for sure, without constant culling, in a sense. They've overrun the place, and I am lost. Ah, this way, right. Yeah, the next one is over here. This is at the cafe, I believe.
They'll pay for what they have done to our colony.
Well, yeah, I mean, they smash and grab everything. Ah, Keelids. Okay, hey, let's check out this podium over here. Could be something useful. In fact, there is. Take a look at this, that painting.
I remember that painting. We should take it with us, as a reminder of home.
Alright, we are to head over here. I think this was the... Oh, hey, hang on.
Devex's old helmet. Reminds me of better times.
That's right, Devex. Well... Ah, this is, Maori's house. These are the collections of Maori's documents from his home. Flipping through these, you can see that he was collecting information about the defenses of other Romulan colonies. He was in contact with Datan. There are several messages here from him. He knew Datan? And he was gathering information on other colonies? Now that's suspicious. I find this rather suspicious that all of a sudden he knew Datan to begin with. Yeah, something nefarious. Of course the Klingons would think that. Derp. Anyways, yeah, I find it really, really odd in a bad way that he knew Datan before this incident happened and checking out their defenses. Maybe he was anticipating an attack? Who's to say? Okay, yes. We are heading this way. This is the shooting range windmill. Well, the windmill's destroyed, but repairing the console should give us some insight. Ah, okay, power grid routing. This is the only remaining intact windmill in the colony. It looks like most of the power output from the entire windmill network was being routed to a spacecraft landing area. There's an extensive ship repair facility. Your Maori may have been encouraging trade and development relationship with neighboring systems by offering them a place to repair their ships. That's probably made us a bigger target for the Tau Shiar. A repair hub. And there's blips that... Ah, come on! You guys are a pain in the ass. You guys don't really like us, do you? Nice lunge. From the notes, it looks like the other search team was trying to download the power grid usage data. They were looking for power use patterns and indicative of weapons development. Well, unless for hand weapons.
Those flowers always remind me of my sister Rinna. They were her favorite. I hope she's doing well, wherever she is.
Well... Okay, I need to get one of those. Those are freaking awesome. The other team was checking the logs for any unusual allocations of our workforce to projects that could have been used to cover terrorist activities. Alrighty, well, let's repair this console. Oh, this was the cafe. These are the assignment logs here tracking the work schedule of every adult in the colony. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. The biggest manpower allocation, aside from agriculture, was for ship repairs. Most people with some engineering expertise were spending a decent portion of their time fixing vessels that came here for that reason. I wonder what would have happened if more of those ships had been here to help during the attack. Well, something strange is going on here. All these search teams are looking for the same thing we were. I can tell from the reports we collected that they were going to rendezvous at a location up ahead. If we go there, we might find other search teams and see if they found any evidence of terrorist activities here. Well, let's go find out. I like her uniform. It looks nice. I find this very odd. My main concern is basically Maori actually knew about Titan. That he knew about Titan before any of this actually happened. Well then. There you are. Oh, so you're the terrorists. I allied with the Klingon Emperor because they promised me the opportunity to find the people like you. People willing to hurt innocent civilians and remove you from the Romulan race. You're no better than the Tau Shiar. It's people like me who will restore honor to our people. I'm not the terrorist. Someone is feeding you false information. Of course you are. My team didn't find the weapons that were here. But this colony has been empty for weeks. You had ample time to hide them or move them to another location off-world. But there's no evidence that they weren't here. And in the absence of evidence, I go with my instincts. They tell me that people like you hid the weapons here, and those weapons got people killed. Innocents, civilians. People who should have been living in peace. It ends now. You won't get a chance to hurt anyone else. Ha! Only one getting hurt is you. Okay, so you're done attacking me? You are? Okay, let me collect the item loot here. Alrighty then. Enough, I yield. Do with me what you will. Good, I prefer not to kill an ally. What? Surprising words coming from terrorists. I'm no more terrorist than you are. I think we're both being manipulated. Oh, that makes surprising amount of sense. A contact that I thought I could trust told me there was evidence of terrorism and weapons manufacturing here. I'm guessing you were told the same thing. Neither of us found anything except one another. We were sent here to die. Well, that was my conclusion as well. We should be allies, not enemies. I agree. Whoever set this little charade is probably lying in wait to eliminate the survivor of our battle. Won't they be surprised when we join forces? I'll return to my ship immediately. Join me in orbit and we can finish this. Right behind you. We need to report our findings, sir. I'm sure Charva will have something to say about them. We can transport back to the RRW Kazara when you are ready. Let's head back up. Again, this is all very weird. Alrighty. Captain, I've contacted Charva and she says she is en route to our coordinates. Maybe she'll have an explanation why we didn't find anything on Varian to support the Taushar's claims. Thank you, Satra.
Enemy ship on sensors.
Ah, Imperial Warbird.
Our empire will rise.
Centurion Zanel, how disappointing to see you alive. I am Commander Talem of the IRW Ishay, and you seem to have a talent for sniffing out Tal Shiar. I thought sending another Romney Republic terrorist like you to take you out would take care of two problems at once. I was indeed mistaken. Perhaps this was for the best. Now I can take both your bodies back to Colonel Hakif. I'm sure he will reward me for finally eliminating you. Ah, great. I don't enjoy being played for fools. I'm here to back you up, Centurion. Let's show this Tal Shiar scum what real Romulans are made of. Right, with that, we are actually going to get into battle. Wow. That high yield just took, that overload took care of that. Nope. Oh, that was interesting. I'm impressed by your martial prowess, Centurion. You would have made an excellent warrior. I wish you had chosen to work with the Klingon Defense Force instead of Starfleet. Regardless, I'm glad we can both serve the greater good of the Romulan Republic. Thank you, Commander. Take another ship. IRW Athera, sir. It's Sharva's vessel.
Join us, and together we will save our people.
I'm picking up transmission from an attack group this direction, and it sounded like you have uncovered something significant enough to warrant an armed response. What did you find? Well, no weapons, no proof, nothing but old memories and lies. That can't be. I assure you that it is. In fact, we were ambushed. Are you suggesting I had something to do with it? Why would I? I have nothing to gain. I want you to join us. All of our intelligence reports said that there would have been weapons, or at least residual traces of weapon stores here. I swear it. Someone must have gotten to it before you and moved it. Covered somehow. Did you tell anyone you were coming here? No. No one. I know my information didn't turn out like we expected this time, but is Tovin still looking for his sister? I might be able to locate Rena. If the Tal Shiar have any information on her whereabouts, I'll pass it on to you. That should show you I can be trusted. I just need to make a report before anyone gets suspicious. After that, I'll be in touch. Very well. I still don't trust her. Let's get out of here. I still don't trust this at all. Really don't. But we can contact Nadell. Excellent work. I'm not surprised that you did not find any weapons on Veronat. While the Romulan Republic has contacts with most of the colony worlds, we're not using them to fight a war. We're encouraging them to use the truth and join our cause. Nonetheless, you must continue to humor Charva to have any chance of winning her to our side. I doubt this will be the last you hear from her. Keep me apprised of developments. Nadell out.
We have to stop.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Okay, I had in that list part of Nadell out. But hey, it just sounded good to end it off. And speaking of ending it off, this will be the ample time to end it off. This has been a very interesting predicament. What do you really think of all this? I want to hear your thoughts on this situation. I know you guys probably have or have not played through this already, but I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions on this. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, dislike, whatever. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.